Hello everybody, welcome back. It's another beautiful day here in Western Massachusetts. And those of you from Canada or Europe or anywhere else you're listening to us and watching us, Massachusetts is the second state down on the East Coast. So it's cold here in the winter. This past weekend it was -9 on Saturday when we woke up. And today it's like in the high 30s, you know, around 40 or so. So the weather's been really good. That was the coldest day we've had this year so far this winter. And other than that, it's been really warm. And it's going to be really warm this whole week and next week. So if you watched my last video, what's that, Earl? So before we go any further, Earl wants to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to everybody. And please like and subscribe. Everybody who's been subscribing to this channel, we've got a lot of feedback, a lot of guys sending messages saying, you know, one guy said, congratulations on your channel, you're going to do well. Another guy said on the barn tour video that he thought the gas pumps were genius, and genius is a big word, but I made them from scratch in the barn, so they are handmade, and they're made out of the tall one's made out of a smoker, the bottom piece is a smoker, then I rolled a tube for this next piece, then made the bottom piece that caps that, and then I bought the top bell and the round light, and they do light up at night on a timer. And the other one on the other side of the barn is made out of an old 75-gallon compressor I had, and I was actually going to throw that out and had it on the side of the street so a scrapper could take it or somebody could get a few bucks for it. And I kept looking at it saying, you know what? I'm gonna make something out of that, and I made that first gas pump. So again, for all these comments, all great stuff, and I've had all thumbs up. I've had no thumbs down on my videos, and that's awesome. So Inspector Earl saying thank you, I'm saying thank you, and it's all good. And I don't know why I put Earl in here, but it was just one of those spur of the moment things, and so he's going to be my sign holder from now on, because I want to, you know, if it's something we're talking about, or just a thank you, or whatever. So on the last video, we're trying to get the Duval windshield wrapped up. And on our last video, you saw that I had bent some 5/16 rod, and I bent it in front of your very eyes. So now I tweaked it just a little bit, a couple of minutes, and I have put on this clamp to hold the center down, and I'm going to start welding. So we're going to weld this in place. We'll weld it around. We'll get that end ground out, show you what's happening with the finish on this piece, and we'll move on from there. So hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Again, like, subscribe, share it, hit my bell, ring my bell, and send it to your friends. And let's see if we can get some more subscribers on here. And we'll do more interesting things as time goes on. I'm obviously working on this car, trying to get it to paint. And I'm going to paint it myself. We'll see all that disaster unfold before your very eyes. But other than that, very happy how it's coming out. So, without any further ado, I'm going to start welding. We'll get this piece welded in place, and we'll go from there. So, first thing, make sure you put on your ground or you're not going to weld anything. And let me fire this up. Don't forget to turn your welding gas on. And don't forget to turn your welding gas off at night, because your tank will leak out slow but sure. I don't care how tight your connectors are. I've left mine on overnight and seen it go way down. So lesson learned. It's expensive. Everything's expensive. So here we have it. So what happened was I was too close with my wire, and I have my wires attached to the tip. So I'm going to pop that off. Grab a pair of pliers quick. Go to the plier department. And we will get that off. These are the things that happen live while you're trying to do this stuff. So this tip's made of brass or copper, and so the weld doesn't stick to copper, only sticks to metal. Back in action. We bent that piece down in place, the weld holding it. And now we will weld it in here. getting my grinder ready to go. Should have had it ready before. But you can't think of everything. That's why they call it live action. That shows you how we're welded in now. Cut that off down here. It'll get finish welded and filled in. So I can blend that down with that piece. I can take this off. And now I can finish welding this all in here. And then that will be my filler and more support for the window itself. That's going to look pretty darn good in the end. So, once again, thank you very much. Like I said, we're trying to give you as much live as I can doing this stuff. I'm my own camera guy, so I'm doing everything myself. Camera work, trying to get these things downloaded onto YouTube, and of course trying to finish the project. So I think the windshield came out great. I got a lot to do yet, but it's coming along really well, and I couldn't be happier. So with that said, I'm going to say thank you very much. Again, thank you for liking, subscribing, all the great comments guys have been sending me, and I'm glad I decided to start to share this with everybody, because it's a great little project. I'm very proud of what I'm doing here, and it's American made. While I'm thinking of it, probably in the next couple of videos, I'm going to talk to you about the fact that my father, he made craftsman tools for a living in Springfield, Massachusetts. Springfield was the home of craftsmen for years, and my father was a die sinker, and he cut all the metal blocks that made all the wrenches. So I've been thinking about that lately, and I said, as a tribute to him and pay him some respect. And I'm sure all you guys, most of you have craftsman tools in your toolbox. And if you have some of your father's tools, I'll guarantee you there's craftsman tools in there, because that was and still is the name brand. American made, they're drop forged, and we'll go over all that. My father explained it as we were kids to all of us. And one of my brothers actually, I believe, has a plywood board that has all the production of a wrench from start to finish, and I'm going to try to get him to bring that over sometime, and I'll be able to show it to you guys. And very proud of that my father made craftsman tools his whole life, and he was proud of that also. But it was tough, hard, dark, greasy, oily work. It was, I'm sure, not a fun place back in the day, but that's it. So we'll talk about that on another date. Other than that, thank you very much. That really wrapped this thing up. That's hard as a rock now. All right, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. From Steve and Inspector Earl. All right? Thanks, my friends.